everybody, how's it going? I'm Zero.
I'm DK.
And I'm Rizzo, and today on Anime Reaction, we watched the 12th
and final
episode of Youjo Senki. If you want to check out our reaction to the 12th and final episode of Youjo Senki, hit that link in the description below.
And be sure to give us feedback in the comment section because we love hearing from you.
And as always, if you like what you see, subscribe to Otaku Saga, and don't forget to like and share our videos.
And thanks for watching. So, this discussion of the 12th and final episode of Youjo Senki also includes our Discord chat, which is pretty much just Fantasillion at this point.
Just today.
Just today.
I guess not a lot of people showed up.
Yeah, if I had to say one thing about this last episode, it was, wow, they're really pushing for that season 2, aren't they? Like, hardcore. Like, that was nothing but what the episode was about, basically.
If they push any further, it'd probably be ruled as statutory rape.
Elephant dick, no lube,
no reach around.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Because basically this episode was just kind of the fallout from Tanya trying to push her agenda a little bit too much.
And then a whole bunch of...
her basically being able to say, I told you so, and set up for season 2.
Yeah.
But I'm glad they added that part at the end because they made it a lot better. I was actually about to just come into this discussion like, wow, that was a disappointing fucking episode.
I know, right? Just with Mary volunteering to enlist and just cutting off right there, that kind of had me a little
it's basically, the Republic fled down to not Africa, into the southern continent, and then all the other countries surrounding the Empire got scared and declared war on the Empire too. And then Mary joined. It's like, yeah, I see what they're doing there.
Well, as Fanta put it up in the chat, the episode was enjoyable, but at the same time, the episode itself was 100% setup. And because of that, it's not a climax.
It was enjoyable, but it wasn't good as a final episode.
Yeah, it's quality as a final episode, or maybe even as an episode overall, depends on whether or not this series gets a season 2.
Yeah.
Which I agree that it totally deserves one, is not guaranteed.
Yeah.
If this doesn't get a season 2, then it basically just...
And the ending fell on its
drops
face.
Off, and it's a complete cliffhanger.
Yeah.
If it does get a season 2, this is basically episode 0 of season 2.
Pretty much.
Because, obviously, if season 2 starts off, you're not gonna...
If this doesn't get a season 2, then this basically becomes another in the long line of anime that basically have a, you should probably go read the source material.
Teehee. Yeah. We don't want to animate beyond this.
We can't animate beyond this.
But that being said, I did say in the reaction that Nut has done a fantastic job with what they had on this, basically their debut anime.
Yeah, their first full-on anime series, not one they just pitched in work on or something like that.
It is a really fantastic anime. Overall, the animation is really, really good. I'd say borderline on fantastic. There is one or two episodes where the animation was a little wonky, but...
Has moments of wonkiness, but then moments of brilliance.
I would say far more moments of brilliance than wonkiness. The story I find really, really interesting. So I really, really do want to see more of it. And I'm going to have to try to stop myself from going and reading the light novels.
I'm trying. I really want to comment on how I enjoy the story, especially how much I like my how to put it. I guess attachment to Tanya as a character. She kind of develops and whatnot. The outset of the season, I'm like, oh, gee, creepy girl and all that stuff, but I totally empathize with her now. Absolutely, well-written character.
Because sometimes it feels like God's out to get you.
Oh, the worst way.
God's out to get us. Fuck.
Oh, in the worst way. Instead of being X's named, I don't know. Name some company who's filed copyright claims against us. But yeah.
Curse you, Molbeat!
Free market principles in those bastards.
Light novel is only translated up to volume 2.
Chapter 1.
And the series ends like it.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually not that far off from normal light novel adaptations.
Yeah, I tend to prefer when anime studios do 2 light novels for a season. 3's not bad, 4's pushing it. The worst one that I've ever seen, and I know that I've mentioned it before on our show, I just can't remember what episode.
Vanadis.
Yeah, Maran to Vanadis, I believe, was the title.
Yeah.
And they animated like 8 light novels for a 12-episode anime.
Oh God! Oh, the pacing.
You couldn't even say that wasn't a bridge series because they didn't really. It didn't seem cohesive. It didn't flow well.
Yeah, you got what was supposed to be a novel climax every episode and a half, basically.
Bruh. No.
But 2, 3, I feel that's about right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm not sure exactly how much else there really is to talk about the episode in general. Like
there is.
I want to just rant about the series itself.
We should definitely make an episode of anime review though for that.
Well, that's good. According to Fantasillion, the series had a really good reception in Japan. Which
The anime
really
or
good.
the light novel series or both? Okay, the anime.
That's really good.
That is good.
Because that means that the likelihood of it getting a second season is pretty good.
Stock is rising.
So.
And that's a fantastic thing. I love seeing season 2s to some of the more weird animes.
Normally because they don't.
It is definitely a unique anime. I haven't ever
Unique.
seen one quite like it.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, it has a rather. There's not really a cliche bit to it.
It's like a unique spins on several different cliches. I don't know. You could call it maybe an isekai series with our main character
Well, it
reincarnating
is
in that world,
technically.
right? And then you got then you do have your sort of war drama, but from a very strange perspective of a salary man turned into a little girl.
Which actually gets a little bit in this episode again, which I thought was fantastic at the end of the season.
Oh, the speech.
At the end of the season, she's talking with Lieutenant.
General Weird Hair.
General Hipster Hair.
Yeah, General Hipster Hair. And basically talking about how humans are basically beasts because when push
Humans
comes
are
to shove,
bastards, basically.
Well, they're not always rational creatures.
Yeah.
That's what she's getting at.
completely
But
irrational.
like she's talking, but you're seeing all these experiences that not only she has experienced, but he has experienced. that she experienced in her current life, and
In the past life.
yeah, she also experienced as a salaryman in his past life. I thought that was really, really good.
Oh, I love that little bit with the the translucent memory, and then her just sitting at the window looking out. Brilliantly done.
Or all the visual metaphor in this episode. I mean, the moth and the street lamp that just falls down.
Or
And,
when she refers to humans as beasts,
and it cuts away to like St. George and the Dragon,
Yeah.
or something like that.
Fantastic art. I mean,
yeah, other than a couple
Really
of
good
weird
editing in this episode,
sequences
too.
in some of the middle episodes when they were having the scheduling issues, I've really felt that the art in this anime has been 9 or 10 out of 10.
And not only the arts and the technical aspects as well. I mean, they've done really good research on weapons of the sort of interwar period to create a very believable, I guess, a very believable world war in this world.
about the only
They call it.
thing that I could probably say about what showed up in today's episode with the train cannon is I don't really remember seeing a lot of those in World War One. I could be
definitely World
There
War.
were.
There
Okay.
were.
Yeah, there were.
All right.
Like I said, I could be completely wrong. I know
Some of the largest cannons ever made were rail guns, like actual rail, like on rails guns, not you know.
Yeah.
The original definition of a rail gun in World War One. In fact, the first man-made object to break the stratosphere was from a cannon, a German cannon in World War One. It was from a Paris gun, which basically they set up on their side of the front and they bombarded Paris with it. Uh-oh. Did you lose us?
Bro. No, so
it was
connected.
It was a connection error on my phone. Don't worry about it. Anyway.
But yeah, I mean,
so there were those during World War One. If there weren't, I probably would have called it out. Right?
Yeah.
Right. But weapons and for the most part, tactics kind of the overreaching period. I don't know, World War One, interwar, bit of World War II going on, especially here in the end. I think really well done. Makes the whole believable.
I really feel that the setup for the World War was a lot closer to World War II rather than World War One.
Well, yeah, Germany's expanding out and everyone's getting scared, so they kind of close it.
Yeah, that was a lot different than what happened in the outbreak of World War One.
Yeah, that definitely seems more like World War II.
Yeah.
But as for this episode, it's a solid episode, but at the same time, it really depends on that second season getting the green light.
Yeah.
As for right now, it is 6-7 average C.
No, I would probably put the series overall more for me at like
Well,
8.
Well, you're talking about
I'm
the
not
episode,
talking about
right?
the episode.
Oh, this
just
episode?
the episode.
Just the episode.
Yeah.
And mostly because they had this weird scene where it shows the map and it gave us a lot of exposition on where everybody's going and what everybody's doing, and that's one of the key frames that I see in Vanadis that I hate so much.
Oh, you're having Vanadis.
Where it almost feels
Oh.
like they're skipping over a lot of content.
Just
And
a
then-
short little, address to Mike and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
Waving it up.
I understand the need for a scene like that. I just wish that there was a better way to do it.
And not at the very end of the series where
Well,
you're supposed to have a decent climax.
There is a better way to do it. I just think that they didn't have the time to.
Yeah.
So that little bit that little bit pushes this episode into more of a rushed and push for season 2 so they can fix stuff. Then the epic season finale. But that was basically the last episode. We had this epic season finale and everybody won the war.
Well, I mean, you do get that occasionally, though. Like, where they'll end up doing the finale and in the second to last episode, and then have another episode that's just, whatever.
A sort of cool down epilogue.
I see that, but it's more common in, like, slice of life anime rather than something like this.
That's why I thought it was kind of weird. I thought last episode was a fantastic ending point because it gave enough of a vague reference of where they wanted to go that it wouldn't have completely ruined the ending.
Maybe if they kind of combined, that big climax we got in last week's episode with some of the pertinent information we kind of get in the tail end of this episode. With Marie enlisting and Tanya kind of getting settled down in not Africa. Settled down, she's totally crazy.
Yeah, no, I felt that episode 11 was a lot better of a final episode than this would have been.
Yeah, so if you combine like all the the little tidbits of exposition we get at the tail end of this episode, put it on episode 11, I think that would have made for a better finale.
I actually disagree. I think that if they would have left it where they left episode 11, it would have been a fine finale. Because in that one you get, like, it would have left off with Tanya freaking out about the Republic forces leaving for not Africa, and regrouping
Her not
and
being
her
able
freaking
to-
out about that. And then you would have left that off for a perfect cliffhanger leading up to season 2.
Yeah, this one,
This one felt like a forced cliffhanger.
and that's
of season 2
that's
for
what
me.
makes this episode like. I like the episode in general. I mean, it fits the world and stuff like that. I just can't stress enough how awkward it feels as an ending to me. If this season or if this series gets no other releases, this episode is a failed episode. Like straight up. There's the cliffhanger is so I don't like the build up to that cliffhanger, kind of like the last episode of Overlord. I was just about to say that there's this extreme build up and they're really pushing for it, and then it takes you 3+ years to get a season 2 or
If you never get it.
And because this is the debut anime for Nuts as a studio, I'm hoping like that this whole series kind of shows people they can do it. They can have it.
I think that they've more than proven that they can.
But it's like what's going on with Destiny. Bungie put out this game. It really wasn't all that fleshed out. Like there's still problems and stuff like that. And then the financial backing from Activision, and then they got like I think there was Moon Studios and a couple other studios behind them, and so Destiny 2 is gonna be like out there, completely different from Destiny 1. That's what I'm hoping happens in the future.
Yeah, but we know Destiny 2 is coming. We don't know if Youjo Senki 2 is coming at all.
Well, no, I get what he's saying, is hoping that not doing what they did for this series gives them more financial backing in the future so that they can do better. Like, even better than what they did here. And I thought what they did here was some of the
Phenomenal.
best animation
Absolutely
of the,
amazing.
of the season.
The season for sure, yeah.
And because of the superb performance that they put up, absolutely amazing. Animation 10 out of 10 when it's done right. They have done it wrong, and
They had moments, but I think it was because of the scheduling conflict all the way through.
so if
those
they
things
have
happen.
that better financial backing, if they have that better, maybe get a bigger team, just
Probably
like,
just more key animators, to be honest.
pretty
'cause
much.
That's the only real problem I've noticed.
They'd probably be able to either hire some more in-house or outsource to more companies.
Either that or what they need to do is maybe, maybe start the production on the anime maybe a couple weeks earlier than they actually did to account for that time.
Well, no, so far, all the signs here. I mean, good reception in Japan for the anime. That boosted sales of the source material a hell of a lot, according to Fantasilian. Very solid effort. I think it's going to be well received by critics, and I think that it all really comes down to the investors at this point.
And Overlord got it.
Finally.
Overlord got a season 2 announcement. It took him 3 years, something like that. We can get this one.
So, very much hoping for season 2.
And also, a Blu-ray sales that isn't entirely based on Moe
Cheap
and
fan service.
cheap fan service. Something like that selling really well to get a season 2. I'm so happy about that.
Well, that's why I feel that ending of the series like this is a gamble, because there have been great series that don't rely, on cheap fan service and Blu-ray sales. They haven't gotten a season 2 at all.
Yeah.
So, I really hope this isn't one of those series. And no censoring, no need for it.
But yeah.
Well, in this series, I would have been more worried about gore censoring. than any other kind of censoring. But yeah, so I think we have beat the horse to death twice over.
Twice over.
And then shot it.
And then shot it.
Need a season 2.
And stepped on its nads.
Need it.
Need a season 2. Make it happen, Nut. So the shorts,
we
you mean
react to the
Youjo
shorts?
Senki?
Youjo Senki. I don't know. We got so much coming up in so little time.
Master Scheduler.
I really don't know. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to look at it. So
One episode. Alright, so like, so 12 really short clips.
yeah, I mean they're like 3 to 5 minutes long. So
We might be able to cram it in.
maybe. Anyway,
Maybe.
so let us know what you thought of the anime, what you thought of our reaction in the comment section below.
Yep, thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you don't.
But that's gonna do it for this series on Anime Reaction. I'm DK.
I'm Zero.
And I'm Rizzo. See you next time.
And go ahead and click on my face for our most recent Otaku Saga Talks.
Click on my face to go to Otaku Saga Gaming or Gaming Channel.
And click on the waifu to subscribe to Otaku Saga. And if you'd like to help support us, please go ahead and check out our Patreon page.